Are you tired of receiving leave slips every time your employees apply for leave? Managing leave just got simpler with Connect HR. Get notified via SMS every time leave has been requested, approved, or declined. Simple HR solutions for the everyday company. Start your 90 days free trial today. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another banging episode of Connect HR Hangouts. It's your favorite host, Babi Mawela, and we are back with episode 4. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your engagement, for your comments, your likes, your shares. We see it all. And if you're new here, welcome. This is the podcast that brings the human back to human resources. Feel at home, grab a cup of tea, and just relax. Today, we are in studio with one of our favorite. We have a lot of favorites, by the way. We've got Mr. Khathu, Nemangaya. Khathu, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm very strong.
You're very strong.
Yes, I'm very strong.
It's nice to have you in studio today.
Thank you.
Thank you for making time for us. We appreciate it. We don't take it lightly. Before we continue with our episode, please remember our house rules. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification button so that every time we upload a new episode, you get a notification. Let's get into today's business. Sorry. So today we're discussing a very, very interesting topic. It's leadership, right? Skills and qualities of a leader in the workplace. We don't talk about that enough because everyone thinks they're a leader. And,
That's true.
And, maybe today we will iron out, what makes a good leader. And that's why we have you here, because we believe you are an expert. But before we start, we need an introduction. We need to know who Khathu is, where he's from, and where he is now.
Khathu grew up in Limpopo, that's Eden of African vendor.
Okay.
And I came to Gauteng because, I was coming for tertiary education.
Okay.
And my educational background, it's, you can't believe. It's my first diploma was teaching diploma.
Teaching?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm interested to know about this.
Yeah, and after completing my teaching diploma, then I did my degree in industrial psychology and communication.
Okay.
After completing my degree, then I did my honors in industrial psychology. And I went and did my internship for psychometrist. I'm a registered psychometrist.
Oh, okay.
Yes. After completing that, then I did my postgrad in business management. After completing that, I did my postgrad in human resources. After completing that again, I did my postgrad in human resources.
Okay.
And labor relations. And I'm an MBA candidate.
Okay.
Basically, I'm done with my MBA.
Okay.
Now I'm currently busy with my doctorate in business management.
Khathu, I'm sure we can spend the whole day listening to your qualifications. That's very versatile. And why human resources?
I like dealing with people. Mm-hmm. And again, it's very fascinating to learn people dynamics.
Yes.
And if you can look at all my qualifications, you can see that, those are the qualifications which you have to deal with people.
People.
Yes.
Because this is the podcast that brings the human back to human resources, right? We forget that element. And in your opinion, so today we're discussing I feel that this topic, people don't understand leadership, right? And I feel that you are the best person. Currently, you are a leader in your organization.
Yes.
You are the head of HR
Yes.
at Exclusive Books. Okay, and in your opinion, what defines a good leader in the workplace?
What defines a good leader in a workplace? It's, a good leader is somebody else who should possess, self-awareness.
Self-awareness,
Yes, when I'm talking about self-awareness, you need to be aware of your actions.
Okay.
You need to be aware of your words and how you carry yourself around the team. Because otherwise, if you don't do that, you must remember that your team will have to copy from you.
Yes.
And if you will be modeling something which is really out of the way, they will copy the same thing. And I think, a good leader you need to be able to build relationships.
True.
Basically, you need to win. You need to know how to win and influence people.
Yeah, influence.
Yes. Because if you don't know how to build relationships, how are you going to manage your teams?
True.
Or how are you going to manage your organizations? So, which means you need to be able to build relationships. That is the main point which you have to really guard against. That is the main point which you really have to look at to say you need to build teams around.
Because I think, if I can give you an example, for example, I used to get angry every time, someone says, I'm not a leader. Someone can be a born leader, and, when they see they're not getting a promotion or they are not where they are supposed to be, they get angry, not understanding that what you've just explained, it's a balance of everything. So I really, really like how you answered that question.
And if maybe I can
Sure.
add on that, you also need to be authentic.
True.
You can't be a different person every day.
Yeah.
If we know that you are very patient, in each and every situation, we need to see you portraying that patience. You can't be like, a chameleon where, today you are green, tomorrow you are yellow. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of chameleon, right? Environments are different in the workplace. How important is the ability to adapt to change for a leader in today's dynamic work environment?
Today's work environment is changing very, very quick.
True.
Suddenly, things just change. I'm just going to give you an example about the COVID.
Yeah.
COVID-19 just came and then things, the way
changed.
how we do things in HR space changed completely.
True.
We never thought that people will work from home. There will be these hybrid work systems.
Hybrid, yeah.
Yeah, but now this is what is happening. And I think as a leader, you need to be flexible.
True.
If you are not flexible, otherwise you will be behind everything. And you need to be somebody else who is willing to learn. Because otherwise things are changing every day. And if you don't learn, how are you going to learn new trends? And again, you also need to be able to learn new technology. Because if you are a leader and you can't be able to use a WhatsApp group, at work these days we do have WhatsApp
groups.
Hey, and if you don't know how to use Instagram, so we use such things.
Yes.
So you need to be flexible. And once you become flexible, you will see things will just go and will just fall into places.
Yes, adapt in different environments.
Exactly.
Yes, because you can't just be stiff and not be able to change.
No. And if you do that, that is where you will end up having employees who are passive aggressive. And some of them, this new word, they always say quiet quitting.
Yes.
So which means I'm just got there to do the minimum, to keep my job. And I'm not going to participate. I'm just going to keep quiet as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. No initiative, no overtime, no nothing.
They just 9 to 5.
Yes.
Tick box.
They're ticking boxes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. And how can leaders foster a collaborative and inclusive team culture?
I think collaboration is a very, very, very most important thing. You shouldn't allow teams to work on silos. Because otherwise they will be working against each other.
Exactly.
So, and for you want some goals to be achieved. And how those goals are going to be achieved if teams are working against each other.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that at least each and every individual's concerns are taken into consideration.
Yes.
Then we are talking about inclusivity. So I shouldn't feel, as an outsider where I will just go there and keep quiet because I feel like I'm not, I'm not welcome in here. So it doesn't work that way. You need to make sure that at least there's collaboration, there's no silos. We work together in order to achieve a common goal.
Correct. I do feel that people don't contribute because they don't feel included.
Yes.
And, it dampens one's spirit because they feel that, who am I? And sometimes even if, it may sound like a minor thing that someone is contributing, I feel that just that once, give this a shot, and you don't know where it takes the organization.
Yeah,
So
and I mean, some of them you will find they're just quiet by nature.
yes.
But once you are in this team, because you know your team, you will ask probing questions because you know that
Yes.
something good will come out of this person.
True. Okay. And how can leaders actively contribute to the development of leadership skills in their team members?
I think that is one of the very most important thing for a leader to develop teams.
Yeah,
Because if you don't do that, I mean, productivity will suffer.
true.
So, which means what you have to do is you need to select potential leaders. And how are you going to see these are the potential leaders?
Yes.
Look at the way how they initiate things. Look at the way how they carry themselves around the team.
True.
And you
yeah.
should also look at the way how they solve problems.
Solving problems.
And again, you should remember that training is a choice, but development, I mean, training is compulsory.
Yes.
But development is a choice.
Yeah.
So you also have to look around to see how do they like to develop themselves. Is it somebody else who is saying, you know what, I came in here with my degree, I don't want to do
Yeah.
anything. It's they can't be a leader because a leader should be somebody else who is always learning. Every day it's a continuous thing. You need to learn as if you are going to live forever. But obviously, when you live as if you are going to die tomorrow. So that is how you will be able to pick up, these are the potential leaders. And after picking them up, what do you do with them?
Yeah.
So which means you need to coach them.
True.
And give them feedback constantly. It mustn't just be a once-off thing.
Yes.
It's a process.
Yes.
So which means you give them feedback. And again, if they're doing something good, you need to reward them.
True.
Yes.
True. Because I feel that even without feedback, one doesn't know that are they doing the right thing or not. So that is very important in my opinion. And I love what you said. Learn to live forever. Learn as though.
You will live forever.
And
when you live as if you're going to die tomorrow.
that is what I'm taking with me today. You see, I told you, if you stick here, you'll gain some wisdom, you'll gain some knowledge. Wow, I love that. And I don't know how we got here, but we are on our last question.
Oh, okay.
Imagine, yeah.
It's like we can just go on and
right?
on and on and
really,
on.
I'm enjoying this. And what resources, right, or practices do you recommend for leaders looking to enhance their skills?
You know, it's not that like I want to promote exclusive books. I mean, that is the best brand in South Africa.
Yes.
You know,
Tick.
there's no other bookshop
we can't fight
like
you.
exclusive books. So you need to read books.
Yes.
Because that's where you will find wisdom. And again, I mean, even watching podcast.
Yes.
That is very, very much important.
Yes.
And you can also attend conferences so that at least you gain knowledge when you do such things. There's a lot of things which you can do in order to enhance your skills as a leader.
Yes.
And you can also, get a mentor or a coach who will go with you and show you the way how to do. Those are the people who walked the walk before.
True.
So that at least they know better than you. You must always hang around with people who think positive, who pray positive.
Yes.
The big results will be yours.
Yes, because this thing of being around negative people, it's not good.
No, it's
For
not
the
good at
mind,
all.
it's not good. And the people that are watching, right? What advice do you want to give the next leader who seems to be stuck and they're not moving forward? What advice would you give them?
You know, I think sometimes you might be stuck because of the environment. But if you change the environment,
True.
things will turn around. So I'm not encouraging people to leave their organizations, but sometimes, you need to bloom where you are planted.
Yes.
But if you can't be able to bloom exactly the way how you want, you need to do something else. And again, you need to self-develop yourself.
True.
You don't have to wait for somebody else to develop yourself. Because that is why I'm saying training is compulsory, but development is a choice. Develop yourself. Read books. Attend conferences. Watch podcasts.
Yes.
You will get a lot of information about leadership.
Okay. Thank you, Khathu. Thank you so much. And before we close off our episode, we'd like to say thank you. You've made time for us, and we've got a little something for you.
And You know, I'm a giver, and you know, givers don't like
They
to
don't
receive.
receive. So
You
this
know,
is just a token of appreciation.
thank
to
you,
say thank you so
much. If you were to ask me how thankful am I can only stretch my arms and say thank you this much.
No, you're very welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am intrigued as usual, and not because I'm biased, because this was just an eye opener, an eye-opening episode rather. And I hope that, as you know, if you are a returning subscriber, you know that every day we are unpacking. So thank you so much to everyone that is watching. Leave a comment down below and tell us what you think. Share some, words of kindness, share some words of encouragement to the next person. Stay tuned for our next episode. You don't know when it's coming, but we do. And yeah, all the best to everyone. It's your sizzling host, Babi Mawela. See you next time.